Listen up. I am Neville Wilson Senior, and I am a fictional character in this roleplay series. What you're about to watch is a fictional operation. Names, events, and locations. None of it's real. Any match to real life is just a coincidence. Got it? Good. Now, let's move out.
How's it going, guys, and welcome back to WestBridge Hills. Alrighty, so we are making our way over to Big Hank's place again this morning. So we've got a little job that we need to do for him, nothing serious. So we're just going to be picking up the pressure washer trailer. And I actually told him that I'm going to try and tow it with my little car over here, so that way we don't have to use his pickup truck at all. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of a busy day today, because Junior and I are also going to go and pick up a RV for Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Wilson. So yes, we did find one, and Mr. Wilson also went and had a look at it already, so he's quite happy with it. And so Junior and I are going to go and pick it up today. So once we get this job sorted, we're going to head over to Grandpa, to RMC, and then take a ride over to the place where this RV is located. So I guess we'll see how that works out. Okay, there's Big Hank over here, so let's quickly hear what he has to say. Morning, Big Hank. How's it going?
Morning, Bud. Just busy with some numbers here. The pressure washer is ready to be delivered.
Alrighty, guys. So there we go. Big Hank was a little bit busy with some numbers and crunching some numbers on his little notepad there. So we are going to hook up to Grandpa Walter's little pressure washer. Well, not really a little. It's actually a humongous thing compared to the other pressure washers. But I'm quite certain our little VW here is going to be able to tow this thing. Alright, so let's hop out and get this thing hooked up real quick. Alright, there we go. So all connected, and we are ready to hit the road. We are kind of parked close to this pole, but yeah, we can luckily still get into our car over here. Alright, so we need to drop this thing off at Grandpa Walter's farm, and then we are going to make our way straight over to RMC, because we are going to be there with our own car, so it's going to work out quite well. And we're going to at least not have to drive up and down too much. So I think it's going to work out a little bit better this way. I must say that pressure washer trailer is a little bit heavier than I thought it would be, but I'm sure if we just take it nice and easy, we should be fine. Luckily, our little car has been serviced, and the brakes are at least fixed up now. It's been a little bit spongy, if I can call it that, at first, but I think just the pad slapping we did the other day is actually doing much better. So I am going to have a word with Grandpa Walter when we get back to his farm, because apparently he might be looking to sell his old farm truck, which might be something that's going to be able to help out our potential job that we've got over at the grain mill from Mr. Hoffman. So we'll see, and if that's the case, then yeah, we're gonna see if we can get this little car sold, and yeah, hopefully get some money that's going to help fund the purchase of this farm truck Grandpa Walter has got. So yeah, guys, there's not really much else that I can talk to you guys about, so I'm going to put the rest of this drive over to Grandpa Walter's farm in a little bit of a time lapse, although we are almost there. So here we go.
Red clay on my brand new soles, walking these streets where everyone knows everyone but me, but that's alright. Got my name on every hell-wanted sign, working sun up past the evening star, loading trucks behind McGarry's bar. Ain't too proud to sweep these floors, 'cause Daddy always said the work makes doors.
Alrighty, guys, so we made it over to Grandpa Walter's farm, and yeah, we're just going to see if we can disconnect this trailer somewhere over here. I think probably close to the workshop would be the best. And then we're gonna head up to his farmhouse and just tell him that we dropped it off over here. Okay, so we'll just reverse it up until this door over here, and I think he'll probably get it sorted out. Alright, there we go. Put it nice and straight, and let's get it disconnected. Alrighty guys, so there we go. The pressure washer has been disconnected, and I just pushed it backwards a little bit more by hand. So we are going to make our way up to Grandpa Walter's farmhouse, and I did notice he's got somebody busy mowing the grass field for him. So yeah, he told me the other day that he's going to get somebody to do it. So yeah, I guess we'll see if there's going to be anything for us to do here on Grandpa Walter's farm pretty soon, because we still needed to do a little bit more work to his other field for him, as he mentioned before. Alright, so I think I'm just going to park up right over here, and we're also going to have a word with him about his old farm truck that he's got. There he is. Morning, Grandpa Walter. How's it going?
Good morning, son. I am doing very well, thank you. You look like you have something on your mind. Tell you what, let's have some lemonade and have a little chat.
Alrighty guys, so there we go. We had a bit of a chat with Grandpa Walter about his old farm truck, and he's got a price that he gave us. So yeah, I guess we'll have to try and see if we can save up a little bit of money, but I'm also going to try and see if I can get this little car sold. So I was thinking maybe we have to do a little bit more work to this thing just to get it ready for its new owner, and then we are going to try and see if we've got enough money in order to buy that little international truck over there. It's definitely seen some better days, but it's a work quality vehicle, so definitely something that we are also going to be able to use. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make our way over to RMC now. I'm going to have a little bit of a word with Junior and just hear what he has to say about this little car, if he's going to be able to help us out getting it sorted out a bit, so that we can try and get a little bit more money out of it. I think a proper wash would also do it quite well, because it's been getting dirty with the rain we've been having these past couple of days. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that's going to work out. I don't know where this guy is with the tractor mowing the grass, but he's got quite a big field to cut down still. Alright, we'll just turn over here. Still trying to keep an eye out for this tractor. I don't know where he is. He's probably somewhere on one of the passes there. But okay, let's rather focus on the road here and not drive into somebody, because that wouldn't be a good day for us then. Right, we're just going to go around this side. So yeah, I actually learned this little back road here. It's actually much faster getting to the grain mill and also to the animal dealer. So yeah, we're definitely starting to know our way around town a bit better. Alright, and here we are coming up to RMC. I gotta see if I can find Junior. My goodness, would you look at that? We've got a... yeah, the Toyota Hilux has been painted, and it looks like it's got some bigger wheels on it. Oh, that is looking pretty flashy now, guys. Right, we're just gonna park up here. I'm quickly gonna see if I can find Junior. He's probably in the back of the shop once again. Alrighty guys, so I did find Junior and we had a bit of a chat real quick. So we are about to head off over to this place where the RV is. So we're just going to wait for Junior to come, and then we're going to jump into the passenger seat and he's going to take us over there. So I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we are ready to hit the road from here, and then see if we can go and pick up this RV for Mr. Wilson.
On the gears, we're going there right now. educate you. How about we start today? You know you want to, babe.
Alrighty guys, so here we are, and Junior is just going to wait for us real quick. We are going to come and pick up the keys. So apparently it's already been paid for, and we can see the RV all the way back there. So we're just going to come and knock on the door and just tell them we are here to pick up the RV for Mr. Wilson. Alright guys, so we've got the keys to the RV. So I'm going to be driving this thing back to RMC now. So Junior said he's going to have a look around this thing once we get back to the shop. I see he already turned the truck around, so getting ready to head back. So we are just going to be following him all the way back to RMC. And then I don't know where I'm going to park this thing. Maybe we're going to be pulling it into the shop. So I guess we'll see what we do once we get there. Just going to make our way out of this guy's driveway. He's got a massive yard over here. Alright, well there we go. Yeah, this thing actually runs pretty good. Alright, I'm just going to signal Junior, then we can be off. Alrighty guys, so here we go. So we are just going to be following Junior. I don't know if he's going to go very fast, so we're just going to try and keep up with him. Alright, yeah, if only he drove this fast while we were coming down here. But yeah, this is a gravel road, so we should actually take it a bit easier with the RV, because we don't want to be shaking anything around the back there. Alright, Junior. He's definitely going a bit faster than I would have liked us to go, but you know what? We'll just try and keep up more or less with him. So he said he's just going to park the truck outside the shop. So we'll try and see if we can get this behemoth into the yard. And then we'll probably just pull the pickup truck into the yard for Junior as well, because he's got some work to take care of. He's got to carry on with the work on the Toyota Hilux, and he also still has to service Mrs. Hoffman's BMW M3 or M2. That's a M2. Alright, Junior, what are you doing? Alright, but okay, there we go. Seems to be carrying on. Alright, so he's going to take this way. I think that is probably a one-way, that's why we are going down here. It's a good thing I'm following him, because I would have gone up the one-way there. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just coming out this side of the shop then. Yeah, wasn't luckily too far, but it was far enough. I think he's going to probably make a little bit of a weird turn over there, so we're just going to pass him and going to pull this thing into the yard over here. Alright, I don't know where he would want this thing, so I think we'll just put it over here by the pressure washer. Although I don't think this thing is very dirty. Alright, let me see if I can find Junior and just see if it's fine if we leave this thing over here for now. Alrighty guys, so there we go. Yes, Junior said it's fine. We can just leave the RV over there. So we're just going to hop into the truck and get this thing pulled into the yard once again. We'll just park it where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I've got no idea why I actually parked it there. Alright, let me just go and give him his keys back. Did we turn the headlights on this thing? It looks like I may have hit the switch, because I was trying to signal Junior that we are ready to hit the road. Yeah, we've got the headlights on. Alright, let's just turn that off. Is that off? No, those are high beams. Holy moly, what the heck is going on with this thing? Okay, now it's off. Alright, so he definitely needs to have a look at that headlight switch. Alright, let me quickly give Junior his keys back and see if we can yeah, maybe keep ourselves busy for the rest of the day, because I've got no idea what we are going to do. Alrighty guys, so I did have a quick word with Junior and gave him the keys to his truck, and then he just gave it back to me once again. So we need to go and fill up that fuel tanker for him with diesel, because he says they are running out of diesel in this tanker over here. So we need to move the RV in order to get to that. So it's not really a good spot for us to put it here. So we're just going to pull it a little bit forward, because there's no space for this thing in the shop at the moment. So it's just going to have to sit out here. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so we're going to take Junior's truck and go and fill up this thing over at the gas station in town. So let's just quickly walk over here and get this thing hooked up to that little tanker. And when we get back, I think we might actually clean everything up, because this thing is absolutely filthy. Alright, go on, find reverse gear, there we go. Alright, let's see if I can actually fit in this little alleyway. Yeah, we should be good. Alright, let me get this thing hooked up real quick. Alrighty, so there we go. We are all connected up and we are ready to hit the road. So we're just gonna make our way over to the gas station in town, just across the road from our motel. So yeah, looks like we are definitely driving up and down quite a bit. Alright, so let's get on the road over here and tune into some WestBridge Hills FM while we get over there. It's a little bit of a drive, so here we go.
Paint so shiny, curves so tight, cruising down the highway, watching they turn tonight. We hit the back roads, just her and me. She's a country queen, wild and free, from the fairgrounds to the moonlit lake. Every mile we drive, it feels like fate. Radio playing our favorite tunes, her lap dancing with the harvest moon. Chevy's Robies with the cricket song, with her every twist and turn feels so strong. Rebel Chevrolet, she's a vision on wheels. With her by my side, she knows how I feel. Paint so shiny, curves so tight, cruising down the highway, watching they turn tonight.
Alright guys, so here we are over at the gas station. I think we'll just go this way. We're going to pull up to this pump over here and start filling this thing up with diesel. Alright, I think let's go forward a bit more. Alright, and yeah, that should hopefully reach. Alright, we're kind of in the road here, but I don't think it's a real problem, because this street is still closed. They are busy trying to fill those holes in the street. My goodness, they've been busy with this for quite a while. Alrighty guys, so we are busy pumping this little tanker full of diesel. It's gonna probably take a while, because yeah, this thing takes I don't know how many thousands of liters. And once we get back to the shop, we'll give this thing a little bit of a wash, because it's absolutely filthy. As well as Junior's truck, we might also wash that for him. And are we blocking traffic there? No, it doesn't look like it. That guy just doesn't know what he's going to do. So I'm going to sit around here, guys, wait for this thing to fill up, and I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we are ready to hit the road once again. Alrighty guys, there we go. So the tanker is all the way full to the brim, so we are ready to hit the road. And I don't know what this guy's doing with this car. He's just sitting in the middle of the road there. Okay, but we need to head over to RMC. Alright, I don't know what that traffic is doing, so we're just gonna cut in front of everybody here. Alright, let's get back to the RMC, guys. We're going to tune back into WestBridge Hills for this drive, and then yeah, we're gonna see what else there is to do. I don't think we've got anything really planned yet. So yeah, let's tune into some music, and then we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. What the f? Sorry guys, yeah, that car just freaking pulled in front of me. Bloody idiot.
Harvest dreams and golden hay. The crops don't grow by wishful prayer. It's in the dirt we breathe our care. Pulling weeds and mending tears. Hope finds roots in what we dare.
Alright, so here we are back at RMC once again with this little tanker. So I'm going to back it up to that red tanker over there, or their fuel station. I don't really know what they call it, but yeah, we're going to be transferring the diesel over to that. And while we wait for this thing to transfer all of the fuel over, we are quickly going to talk about what Junior and I have discussed about the little VW. So yeah, let me just try and see if I can line this thing up with that. I think that's pretty much close enough. Alright, I should be able to transfer it over this way. So let's see how this works. Alrighty guys, so there we go. We've got the fuel transferring over to the little stationary tank over here. So that is pretty much how they keep filling this thing up all the time. So yeah, what we have discussed with Junior about our little VW over here is that we're going to try and see if we do a little bit of custom work to this thing. Because these cars are apparently very desirable among the younger guys, you know, younger folks. So we're going to see if we maybe put on some bigger wheels, because I think these are 15-inch wheels. If we maybe slap on some 17 inches and lower the suspension a bit and maybe give it a little bit of a polish, then this thing is going to look pretty good, and we should be able to sell it relatively soon. And Junior said also that if we did it right, we can actually make enough money if we sold this thing and then just buy Grandpa Walter's truck straight up. So yes, and that is going to be the plan, guys. So we're going to have to at some point leave this thing here at RMC for them to sort it out. So I guess we'll see how we're going to do that. Maybe my cousin Robbie will let me borrow his car for a couple of days on one of his off days, because I think, yeah, he might have a day off soon. But okay, there we go. I think this is probably empty now, so I'm going to see if we can manage to get the RV out of the way so that we can get this contraption pulled into there. I think we'll just go and park the RV over there. So let's move this out of the way for now. And I also wonder what they're going to do with the caravan now that they've got the RV. Right, let's just leave this over here. We're going to quickly move the RV next to our little VW over there and just see if we can get those vehicles cleaned up. We're also going to wash the rollback truck, because with the rain and all, it wasn't really worth washing anything. And the RV actually seems to be pretty clean, so yeah, I don't think it's a problem. Alright, now it's going to be a matter of trying to see where we go with this thing, because the mirrors aren't the greatest. Okay. Just more or less have to guess. Yeah, these mirrors are absolutely rubbish on this thing. You know what, I'm going to play it safe. I'm just going to nosedive it next to our little VW. I'm sure that is something that Junior is going to sort out as well, because these tow mirrors are quite bad. And I did notice this thing has got a trailer hitch on it. Alright, there we go. That is a little bit far from the wall. Yeah, it's hard to judge this thing because this thing is a behemoth. But I think we are nice and out of the way for this entrance, so that is pretty good. Alright, let's quickly get this truck moved into position so we can get everything washed up. Alright, go back into reverse. Oh, don't jackknife the thing. Oh well, that's one way of doing it. Okay, and we'll just pull it right over here. And that should do. Alright, let's get this thing washed real quick. We'll start with Junior's truck first of all and just make sure this thing is as clean as it can be. So he hasn't given it the wash in quite a long time, if you ask me, but as I mentioned, with the rain and stuff, it wasn't really worth it, so it's just gonna have to be what it is. Okay, and this little tanker, I don't know how far this hose is gonna reach, but I'll just pull it a little bit more. Alright, I'll go around the other side and just give this thing a bit of a rinse off on that side as well. Okay, go this way. Alright, that actually looks much better already, guys. I think it's, as I always say, if it's not perfect, it's at least better. So that'll probably do, and while we are at it, let's also give this rollback truck a bit of a wash. Because it's also been in and out of the rain the whole time. Yeah, definitely gonna be a little bit of a mission getting around with this hose, but we'll see. We'll go around this side, and maybe if we pull it all the way through, we can go around to the back. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I think that should do the trick. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Alright, just get the windscreen a bit as well. There we go, that is going to be it. So let's quickly go and put this handle back. Alright, that is actually a very nice pressure washer, guys. Alright, now we need to get this thing sort of backed into the alleyway over there. I don't know if it'll be easier to push it by hand, but I don't want to go and bother Junior now with this. Try and help us with pushing this thing, because this thing doesn't have a jockey wheel. So we definitely struggled a bit to move this thing the other day. Alright, let's just go forward a bit. We've got a bit of space here to maneuver now. Okay. Let's try that again. Alright, let's just go straighten it out again. Alright, we are very close to this wall, but I think that is good. Let's get it disconnected. There we go, guys. Absolutely not perfect, but it is okay. Alright, and now we're just going to go and park Junior's truck up, and then I think we are ready to head back to our motel room, because yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on. Alrighty, let me quickly just go and give Junior his keys to the truck back. And we didn't really have a look at this thing yet, so yeah, he's got some big mud tires on this thing now. The suspension has been lifted, so apparently he's waiting for the custom bumpers for this thing to come. So they're going to be mounting some pipe bumpers on this thing. Apparently it's going to be quite a bit of a change at the front, so we'll see how that looks once it's done. But yeah, this thing has been painted in this yellow color. I see he kept all of the decals and stickers and stuff that was on this thing at least. And yeah, let me just see, where's Junior? I don't know. Don't tell me he went to the... He probably went to the restaurant. You know what? I'm just going to leave the keys to the truck on his toolbox here for him. Alright, so there we go. That is sorted. And we are going to jump into our little car. I'm going to make my way over to the motel room, guys. There's not really a whole lot going on. So I guess we will just see what else we can do in the next episode then. Still waiting on Grandpa Walter to let us know when we're going to continue work on his field that we plowed for him. Alright, let's wait for that traffic. Alright, so here we go. Let's make our way back to the motel room. That is my phone ringing. Alright, I wonder who this is. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pull off to the side real quick and hear who this is. Hello? Ah, Grandpa Walter. Yes, I was just actually thinking about giving you a call about the farm work the other day that you mentioned. Ah, yes. Okay. Alright, well, I'm actually on my way over to the motel room, so I think it'll be... I should be able to quickly come past there. No problem, we'll do that. Alright, I'll see you in a bit, Grandpa Walter. Alright, bye-bye. Alright guys, so what's the old saying? Speak of the devil and you step on his toes, or something like that. I don't know, it's a South African saying, and it's actually in my home language, Afrikaans. So yeah, we are going to head over to Grandpa Walter's farm now, because there's something that he wants to discuss with us. So I guess we'll have to go and see what he has to say, and what is the story. Sounded like he's got quite a bit of an opportunity for us. So he mentioned something about a farm somewhere in Montana, so I don't know what that is all about. So I guess we'll find out once we get there and just see what it's all about. So yeah, I've really got no idea, guys. He sounded quite a bit excited, but also a little bit anxious, so I've got no idea what this is all about. So I guess we will see pretty soon once we get there. I wonder how far this guy's with his grass field. It looks like he's still busy mowing the grass over there. Alright, well, I think we'll just go all the way down, and then we'll turn up ahead and just go and see him over at his farmhouse. Alright, and we're going to turn right over here. Alright, well, I really wonder what he's talking about and what the story is. Okay, but yes, here we are, coming up to his house, and there he is, so he's waiting for us outside. Alright, so we're just gonna park here in the shade again, because it is absolutely hot. And yeah, our car is pretty dark, so it's gonna be baking in the sun. Alright, here we go. Hello again, Grandpa Walter.
Thanks for coming over again, son. Well, we have got a lot to talk about.
Alrighty guys, so there we go. We had quite a bit of a long chat with Grandpa Walter, and he actually brought me down to his farmyard here, and we had a little bit of a walk around, and he showed me more or less all of the equipment that one could expect to have on a farm, because he's got a very big offer for us. So first of all, guys, we are currently here in WestBridge Hills, and Grandpa Walter's farm is the only farm who's really hiring contractors to do their work for them. So yeah, at this stage, Grandpa Walter said he's got this contracting company who's been doing work for him, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of work for us to do still on his farm. But then he got to thinking, one of his friends has got a decent farm over in Montana, in a place called Judith Plains. So what he has basically discussed with us is a farm manager position. Now, at first I was a little bit confused, because Grandpa Walter knows that I do not have a whole lot of farming experience, but he said that the current farm manager that his friend has got haven't even got the plain common sense of plowing a field. So yeah, I'm not going to talk bad about the guy, but apparently this guy's not really good at farming at all. He tells me that this farm manager actually managed to get one of his friend's cornfields turned into a wither field. So something that you cannot do anything with. So that is apparently the situation over there, and they really need somebody who's got an open mind and who is going to be able to get the job done. So what Grandpa Walter and I have done is we took a little bit of a walk around his farm, and he showed me all of the equipment and explained to me more or less what everything is done, well, is used for and what it does. So I've got a pretty decent idea of what can be done with each and every piece of equipment on his farm over here. And he tells me that his friend over in Montana has got very similar equipment, although his farm is set up a little bit differently. He's got a pigsty apparently, and a different type of chicken coop where the chickens actually runs free along the yard. So that is something to actually see for yourself, he said. So I guess we'll see what the story is, and he's going to try and get the ball rolling for us. And he said that we are going to have to take a drive over there in order to go and see if we can actually take this job from these friends. So yeah, I've got no idea how that's going to work out. He did mention something about giving us the old pickup truck then to drive over there, so which means we don't have to buy it off of him. So I'm going to be getting this truck as part of the deal if we do decide to go ahead and take this job. So I told him I'm going to have to think about it a bit and just figure out what I'm going to do, because we are still kind of employed by Big Hank, but not really full-time. It's kind of just when there is work for us, and he guarantees me that over in Montana there's going to be a whole lot of work for us. And he said we don't really have to do it for the rest of our life. We could actually eventually do our own thing and start up our own farm or whatever we would like to do, because apparently the money is going to be very good. And I guess we're going to have to see how that's going to work out for us, guys. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of thinking, because that means I'm going to be leaving WestBridge Hills, where my cousin Robbie is staying. And I'm going to have to talk to Robbie about it as well and just hear what he has to say. But I think this is a very golden opportunity for us, guys. So yeah, I think that is going to be where I end this episode then, on that bombshell for you guys. So I'm going to jump into my little VW over here. I'm going to make my way back over to the motel room and give this a little bit of thought. And also, if you guys have got any ideas for me of what I should do and how I should tackle this opportunity, do drop some comments down below. So yes, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give us a thumbs up. And yeah, I have to ask, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, also consider doing that. I will appreciate it very much. And then I will see you all in the next one.